Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista from Hebertstown Home. If you are new here, welcome. I would love to have you click that subscribe button down below. Today we're talking about cleaning house and how we get it all done as a family of 8. I wanted to just share with you today about how we do our home blessing. I think the term home blessing came from Amy Roberts over at Raising Arrows, and she shares some great tips over there on how to organize cleaning your home and all kinds of other different home organization things. But I think that's where that term came from for us, and so we use the term home blessing, and this is our cleaning that we do once a week, kind of our more major cleaning. Of course, we do a ton of things throughout the week, but this is kind of when we clean up the house and get everything done all at once. So we do this on Friday afternoons typically. We used to do it on Saturdays, and sometimes it does happen on Saturdays, but I like to get it done on Friday afternoons, and it takes us about an hour with everybody working at it. So I thought I'd just kind of share with you how we kind of divide up the work and what everybody does and how it all kind of comes together in the end. So this chart is for my 2 oldest children, Bentley, who's 16, and Peyton, who is 14. And these are some of the things that they do for home blessing. So Bentley recruits helpers. So this is where we pull in our little helpers, and they go and clean up the playroom. And then she's able to vacuum that room right after it's clean. If she doesn't do it right away, it's not gonna happen, and she's gonna end up having to clean it again before she can vacuum. So that's a well-used room. She also vacuums the main floor stairs, the basement stairs. She sweeps and mops the kitchen floor. She does it once a week, and I do it once a week in the kitchen. And then she cleans the main floor bathroom. Each one of our older kids cleans a bathroom. She straightens her own room, of course, puts her stuff away, and vacuums her own room. And then we also have tacked on here, she home blesses the barn as well, because she's in charge of the horse barn. And so part of her home blessing is she goes in there and she rakes the aisles, she cleans out the buckets, she sweeps the cement slab in there and cleans out the horse tank. So that's kind of an odd add-on, but it just is what it is. It's easiest for me to tack it on to home blessing so that it ends up getting done each week instead of making it at some other random time. So anyway, Peyton, he cleans a bathroom in the house. He fills all of our soaps, refills all of our hand soaps in all the bathrooms and kitchen and stuff like that, because we just refill that each time. He cleans windows, the front door, the living room. We have a big sliding door downstairs. Kind of all the doors that have glass on them, of course, get little handprints, as well as any TVs and things like that. Peyton also cleans his own room, sweeps his own floor and all that kind of stuff down there. And then he has the chicken barn. He's in charge of the chicken barn. So he goes in there and cleans up all the trash in there, sweeps the main aisle getting into the chicken barn, and kind of just does general straightening around the feed area. So that's kind of his home blessing of the chicken barn. So the chickens get blessed as well. Anyway, so that is the oldest 2 children. Now, Connor is 12. He is our next one down, and he does not have stuff on this list, and there is a good reason why. He has figured out that this big chunk of stuff is overwhelming for him. And I totally get it, because I was the same way as a kid. This would have overwhelmed me. And so what he has done, he and I kind of came up with a solution to that. We divided all of his list up, and each day he does a little bit of it. And it seems much more manageable for him, and he's much more willing to get it done. And it's much less of a battle as a parent to just divide it up. So I think it's really important that we look at the abilities and gifts of each of our children and what they're able to handle when we're assigning these chores to them. So for him, he does just as much as everyone else. He just does it daily instead of in one big chunk. And also kind of when we're all doing this home blessing and everybody's kind of rushing around, and it gets sort of chaotic, you know, and mom's trying not to bark orders, but you know, I'm helping this child and that child and kind of keeping everybody on task, and it just gets a little crazy and overwhelming. So anyway, he divides up and he cleans the bathroom during the week. He folds towels one day during the week. He cleans our dog pen one day during the week, and so his chores are just sort of spread out a little bit differently throughout the week, and that works great for him, and he's still able to be a great helper. So we really appreciate that he was able to help us come up with that solution, and that we have been successful in that way, in helping him to be more successful, because I know this is hard for some kids, and it's a daunting task, really. And then for our younger kids, they're going to help out with a lot of straightening and cleanup work. 6 and our 7-year-old, almost 7 and 8, they go around and they collect all the bath towels, and I wash all bath towels on Fridays. I wash them throughout the week too, as needed, and hand towels in the kitchen, all that. Those get washed, you know, every couple of days, but everything gets washed for sure on Friday. So they go around collecting all the cloth napkins, all the towels in the house, all the hand towels, all the towels in the kitchen, bath towels, all of that kind of stuff. And they bring me a whole load of towels to just throw in the washer. While we're doing home blessing, the washer's running, washing those towels. It goes immediately into the dryer, and then pretty quickly we return them into the bathrooms. So anyway, that's kind of one of their main jobs, is to collect towels. They're also responsible for straightening in their own rooms, so that we can vacuum in there. And I typically do the vacuuming in the little boys' room. Bentley vacuums Nevaeh's room. And so that's kind of how that all works. And then they just help with general straightening, or if I have, hey, you know, the coat closet is a mess, there's coats and shoes all over the floor, they'll do that type of straightening, and I just kind of grab a kid or two here and there and we work it out. Or if there's just general messes around, they will help with cleanup throughout the home blessing time. So of course, during this time, I do a lot of supervising, but I also try to get the living room floors done. And if I'm not able to get it done on Friday night, that I'll often do it Saturday morning. But I vacuum all of those floors really thoroughly, as well as mop them, and the dining room as well. And then it gets done a few other times during the week, because that's a pretty high traffic area, but the kids are assigned to that task a couple of times a week, in addition to me doing it one time really thoroughly. I also do kind of the main hallway, as well as our bedroom, the bathroom, the little boys' room, and that sort of thing. Monty does one of the bathrooms. He does our master bathroom and as well, and then he pitches in as well. And then the kitchen just needs every week a major kind of wipe down and wash down. Everybody sort of works at it together throughout the week as far as getting things done and straightening up in the kitchen, but it finally just needs an adult to kind of go through and just scrub things really thoroughly at least once a week. So that's kind of either Monty or I do that as well. So once we're done with our whole home blessing, we celebrate by pizza on Friday nights. We almost always have pizza, either homemade or we run to the store and get pizza. And then we also typically have some sort of a special dessert, usually a Trim Healthy Mama sugar-free something. And that's what we do on Friday nights. And we have our carpet picnic. About forgot that. We definitely have our carpet picnic, and that is where we spread out a blanket on the floor. That's why we call it a carpet picnic. And we get to watch TV while we eat. And that is just a really special treat for the kids, because we don't do that during the week. We only do that on Friday nights. So they watch TV and eat their pizza and hang out, and that's kind of just something fun and different, and something special for them on Friday nights after they've gotten their home blessing done. So this is just our Friday, basically our Friday home blessing or house cleaning. And then we of course have lots of chores each day throughout the day. We have a major chore time first thing in the morning, a major chore time at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We all work together to just do a major straightening at about 5 o'clock before dinner, 5 or 5:30 before dinner. We get the house all straightened up. And then of course after meal times, everybody pitches in and kind of has their jobs. So sometime I'll share those those more daily chores with you, but this is more of kind of our home blessing or our major house cleaning that we do, and how we divide it up and get it done. So take what is helpful to you and for your family, and leave the rest. Families are all different, and kids are all different, so it will work differently for your family. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.